The Fight Bananas podcast is supported by Daniel Martinez, the law offices of Daniel Martinez. Guys, check out the website at martinez.law. That's martinez.law. Or hit up the phone number at any time at 844-523-3733. That's 844-523-3733. Daniel Martinez in your corner. It's also sponsored by Fusion CBD products. Hit them up right now on the mother website at fusioncbdproducts.com. They have a great IG page, but guys, hit up the website and get what you need. I use the Instant Freeze Rub every day. They have the waters, they're in our fridge, but guys, the Instant Rub is incredible. Guys, trust me on this one. Fusion CBD products. There's a ton out there, but Fusion CBD is the best. Hit the website at fusioncbdproducts.com. Hello, world! What's up, guys? This is Dave Van Auken, once again, back again on the Fight Bananas podcast. How is everyone doing? Man, oh man, we're back at it, guys. It is Wednesday, October 14th, episode 328. We made it. We're almost there to Halloween. Holy crap. It doesn't feel like Halloween. I don't know where you guys live. We're here in Daytona Beach, Florida. I was putting up the Minions, pumpkin blow-ups, and I was sweating my tail off. Just holy crap. Is Daytona Beach hot as hell or what right now? Guys, packed show. The thread of the show will be first. We have Coach Pete White coming on the show. He's going to talk about Chris Mixon making his professional MMA debut for Empire Fighting Championship this Saturday. We got Danielle Wynn coming on the show, making her pro debut for iKON Fighting Federation. That's iKON 2, live on UFC Fight Pass, October 22nd. And we got our main man. We're going to finish up the show with our guy, Aaron Jeffery, LFA 93 main event, middleweight, big fight for Aaron. What's next for him? It's a good little talk. It was real quick. That's how it is. It's fight week. We don't want to take a lot of his time, especially with 3 interviews on one show. We made it quick, but the Danielle Wynn was awesome. Pete White is bringing the heat. A lot of stuff is happening. A lot of debuts are happening for him. Kimon Evans made his Bare Knuckle FC debut. Chris Mixon making his professional debut. So like I said, the thread of the show will be first. So, we're family now, right? 328 episodes in. Hopefully you guys know a little bit about myself, moi, David Van Auken. So I'm going to tell you the story of my first time. I know. You guys are like, really? Yeah, here we go. We gotta, I'm trying to connect with you guys. So this is my story of my first time. So, probably around 20 years ago. 36 years old now. I just remember teenager days. I actually remember it was a Saturday night and, just at home and, I'm, with my high school girlfriend and it just, I just am excited and just, I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm just ready. So, I turn on the television, just trying to get in the mood. I turn on the TV and it goes and it begins. And on Spike Television, I see the Ken Shamrock versus Tito Ortiz. I see this whole big rivalry in the UFC. It was my first time witnessing, be like, what is this? This is like professional wrestling, but they're actually fighting. This is like everything my dreams has ever wanted. And that was the story of my first. That was the story of my... What? Come on, what were you guys thinking I was going to tell you? Gee whiz, get your head out of the gutters here, guys. Holy crap, the producer's looking at me all cross-eyed. Come on. But in all seriousness, guys, I remember seeing MMA way back in the day, and it still excites me to this day, 20 years later, having a kid that I've talked to so many times, Chris Mixon, making his pro debut. It's so you can hear in Danielle Wynn's voice how excited she is. She's fighting Bella Mir live on UFC Fight Pass, ESPN. Everyone is talking about this debut. There's nothing like your first. There's nothing like a debut. And here at Fight Bananas, we are so pumped. Pete White, Danielle Wynn, Aaron Jeffries, let's all go. Absolutely bananas. All right, guys, on the Fight Bananas podcast, back on the Fight Bananas, Coach Pete White, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, buddy. First, I just want to say what an honor it is to be back on Fight Bananas as usual. The best podcast and resources for anything MMA going on.
My man, the check is in the mail, all right?
Amen.
Here we go. There's so much I do want to talk to you about. Of course, this the big one. This weekend, finally, Chris Mixon turning pro. I know. I think I've seen almost every amateur fight. Breakthrough in Daytona, that's when Breakthrough was still around. All the stuff in Orlando, the knockout, the comebacks. I talk to Coach John Radford all the time, all the work he's put in. Man, how rewarding is it that Chris Mixon turning pro this weekend, Saturday, Empire Fighting Championship, Biloxi?
Listen, it's finally coming to fruition. And I'm almost afraid to say, okay, we're there, because there's been one thing after another for the past few years.
Right.
Unfortunately, with bad circumstances with Chris, but yeah, we're there now. So we're only a couple days away, and it's about time. You know what I mean? This kid is just phenomenal. Probably the best fighter, hardest worker that we've ever had come out of this gym.
Wow.
And he's on top of it. He just never stops training and getting ready and bettering himself all the time.
Right.
So it's an honor, and I'm extremely grateful to go over to Empire Fighting Championships. It's our first time over there to fight for them, and I've heard nothing but great things about them. So we're excited to go over there to Biloxi and see them.
Absolutely. Big things coming from Empire in the near future. I do have a Biloxi story coming for you, but real quick, one little thing on Chris, and I think you're going to 100% agree with me on. In any sport, basketball, baseball, soccer, mixed martial arts, there's guys that are really good at practice. But when that lights turn on, when the camera record button is on, or when you see your competitor across the cage, there's some guys that just they turn that switch, they go to that next level, and to me, Chris Mixon does it. Every time I see that man perform, right? He's like, okay, I've done all this, I've done this. It's time to take it to that next level, and I think we can't wait for him for Saturday night.
Very, very, very calm, composed, relaxed, and just has answers for everything, for movements, for counters, for whatever in the cage. And he's proven that to me time and time again, every time. I mean, we've seen Chris get rocked by huge shots that most guys would never be able to take, and he's come back from that without going down, never been down, you know what I mean, and come back from that and just destroyed these opponents. So I'm not trying to wish any bad luck or put any bad luck on it or anything like that, but those kids just got the total package. I mean, there's 1,000,001 guys that are incredible in the gym, best sparring partners you could ever find, destroy everybody in the gym. Then when it comes time to actually perform, they fold, buckle. They just don't have that extra kick that they need. So we're looking forward to the big future with Chris, because he's got great things coming. The first round management behind us. We're in good shape.
Absolutely, you do. You have a great team with you, with John, with Arvelo, with FRM, just people connected to you. I think it's only up and up for Chris Mixon. And it starts this Saturday, Empire Fighting Championship, his pro debut. Okay, so before we go to a couple other fighters in the gym, I do want to hit on the Biloxi. I got to give you the Biloxi story. So we were just out there, the whole iKON Fighting Federation family, around 3 weeks ago. And we go, so Keith Valtre and Dean Toole, and I know you know them very well, they have expensive tastes. So we go to we go to a bar, right? We first go to a bar, and every drink is $24 on the menu, but we're, it's awesome. They're taking care of us. So, we're getting a little goose on. We're living it up. But of course now, weigh-ins, you know how long a weigh-in process is. We're stuff afterwards, behind the scenes stuff. It's UFC Fight Pass meetings. We haven't ate. We skipped lunch. We skipped dinner. It's around 10:30 at night. We're in Biloxi, and we're starving, and we're drinking. So we definitely need a little bit of food, a little bit of grub. So we're at this expensive bar, And we ask them, we're like, hey, you know, we need some grub. We don't care how much it is, whatever. We'll go to it. We'll send us to it. And they send us this little hole in the wall, and it's called Adventures. And we look it up, and it's like, it's a little dive. And we're like, wait a second. Dean Toole and Keith Altre is not going to walk through these doors. And the bartender's like, trust me. Like, everyone goes there. It's the greatest food in the world. We're like, all right, hey, we got to go. It's 11 o'clock. We're going. Dean's walking in with a Gucci bag. Keith has got the watch on, and we're walking into this dive. There's not even tables, Pete. We're literally sitting on a couch to eat this dinner. But the hook of this story is they bring out this appetizer. I think Devin Adams orders this appetizer. It's French fries and cheese with like a special gravy sauce. And I swear on my children's life, Dean Toole, we all had one piece, and we all looked at each other and said, that is the greatest goddamn French fries I've ever had in my life. We ordered 2 more right away. The food was phenomenal. So after weigh-ins, go to Biloxi, go to the little hole in the wall called Adventures. It is dynamite. It is incredible. We went with Pearl Gonzalez the next night.
We're there.
All right.
There. I'm going.
It was
doubt.
It was incredible.
Dean has sent me in places all over the country. He's like, bro, are you hungry? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to pay for your food if you go to this restaurant. I was in South Florida somewhere or whatever. And he's like, it's the ultimate dive, the smallest hole in the wall wherever. Sends the money to the restaurant to pay for whatever we want to eat. He says, but you have to eat these wings, or you have to try
yes.
this. We did it. He just does that shit to me all the time.
Oh,
Sends me wherever. It's awesome. I can't wait. Now I'm excited to go over. I'm going to try it for sure.
There you go. It's incredible. We will not let you down. It's awesome. Adventures in Biloxi. You can start paying the podcast whenever you want. I do want to transition to 2 more fighters. How about Kimon Evans? The King is back. Bare Knuckle FC. We had a great interview with him before. The highlight of Bare Knuckle FC 12. Is there any things in the works with Kimon?
Listen, we went in there. We did exactly what we needed to do. He put on the performance that we needed. I know on his page, his Facebook page, and on my Facebook page combined, we had over 75,000 views of his knockout.
Yep.
I mean, and that was just like within the first 5 days right after the fight, we had over 75,000 views. And that wasn't, releasing it all over the place. So I don't even know about YouTube and everything else. So it worked out perfect. I spoke with David Feldman. I spoke with Nate Shook. Things are on the up and up here, just waiting for us all to line up and get things going. So they've expressed their interest. We've expressed ours. So hopefully we can make this thing happen, and we can get on this next Florida card whenever the date may be.
There we go. I'm
excited about that.
Nice.
We have a couple other things that were being, portrayed to and led to us, if we wanted to. But I really enjoyed the hospitality and the card and everything else with Feldman and with Bare Knuckle. So we're looking to try and make a home there if we can make it work out.
There you go. And then Kimon is just, to me, he's made for that circle ring. He's so damn long, so damn strong. He can use the jab. And there's a lot of tough guys in bare knuckle. And we've seen a lot of fights there, but there's not a lot of technically, strong guys. And to me, Kimon is just so much higher level technical. You put him in the ring with, Pete, put him in there with anyone. I think he's getting the job done. I really do. I'm that high on him right now.
He's got what it takes. He's another fighter that's extremely composed, extremely relaxed in there, been through it all, and I've never seen a fighter in my entire career have as tough of a chin as Kimon. Never seen him wobbled, and I've seen him hit by some monsters.
Wow.
And he's never even wobbled.
Wow.
So I've never. This is exactly right up our alley. As much as it's brutal and it's horrible, and you don't want to see things happen to people or whatever. Boxing's a tough business, man, and it's just you got to have huge money behind you in order to be somebody.
Right.
It's not about your skills; it's about all the money behind you and all this, the business side and who's screwing who and everything else. But this bare knuckle thing, I'm all about it. This is right up Kimon's alley. He'll do well in this. We'll fight anybody at 185. Feldman can line him up. Let's go.
Wow, we cannot wait. We'll end it with this. We know you're super busy. It's fight week. We're days away. Chris Mixon in the cage Saturday night. Tell us about Julio. I know there's a show coming to Daytona, professional boxing. I think at Link Promotions, November 20th, if I'm right. I usually am, but Julio is fighting on that card. Am I right?
Yeah, I have Lane King coming in. He's a good friend of mine. You know, he's always taking care of me, always taking care of my fighters. And, you know, he's a great guy. He's actually doing a promotion on November 20th at the Ocean Center, and Julio Rosa will be making his pro debut in boxing on that card. So there's going to be, it's going to be a really great show. He's also coming in with the money team. Floyd Mayweather will be in the building, as well as his whole team. He's actually got a few fighters on the card that night. And there's a bunch of other local great talent on the card, including a couple kids from Barry Stewart up there at Putnam Powell. So it's going to be a really fun night. And I'm really looking forward to this card. It's going to be great.
I love that. You know that, Coach. We love Barry Stewart.
Meet and greets with Floyd Mayweather, the whole 9 yards. So,
wow.
I mean, this is big for Daytona. We need this for boxing and stuff. And we also need bare knuckle back, too. So,
Right. And how crazy. It's, to me, there's always silver linings in any kind of bad situation. And when the pandemic happened and all this, to me, Daytona Beach, Bare Knuckle FC, this boxing event, I know there's been another boxing event. I feel like Bare Knuckle is coming back. That's everything I've been hearing. They loved it here in Daytona. Chris Mixon, Kimon, Julio. Coach, you know, we're on the up and up right now, my man.
Yeah, we are. We got to line up some amateur stuff coming up, too, and get everybody. And then the return of a few of our fighters that have been out of the program for a moment, but, you know, we'll leave that for another date.
There we go. It's another conversation. Pete White, Coach
Yep.
Pete White, my brother, man, appreciate you. Appreciate your time. We can't wait. Big week, Saturday night, Empire Fighting Championship. Chris Mixon makes his debut.
Love you, bro. Appreciate always being on your show and appreciate all your time.
Guys, like that. That was awesome. What a great talk there. Pete White Boxing. Like I said, Chris Mixon Saturday night. We're going to go get it. But what a fun time. Seems like there are a lot of big things are brewing there for Coach Pete White. So excited. Empire Fighting Championship, though, too, as well. Big card, stack card. Here we go. Danielle Wynn is about to call in. She is fighting Bellamere, iKON 2, iKON Fighting Federation, live on UFC Fight Pass. Big ups to our guys at Rude Venice. Check them out on the Instagram at Rude Venice. They got some of the coolest trucker gear, trucker hat gear. I love the hoodies. It's becoming hoodie time. Late October, November for all of us. Rude Venice on the IG. And let's talk to our friend, Danielle Wynn. All right, guys, here we go. Danielle Wynn, iKON 2, Fighting Federation, UFC Fight Pass, October 22nd. Danielle, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm just getting ready for the fight.
Oh, my goodness. We are so excited here at Fight Bananas, and especially me personally. Okay, I kind of want to take it from the start. Okay. Bellamere, it was announced a couple days before kind of the matchup was announced that she's going to make her professional debut. She's going to skip amateur. She's going, of course, Frank Mir's daughter. She's going to turn pro. Boom. And
Right.
then at UFC Fight Pass, a lot of that made sense. iKON was, it's a great brand new. This is only the second event. I was live at the first event. It was spectacular. Definitely, perfect marriage. How did you get involved? When was the first thing you heard about it? What was your first reaction? I'm so excited for this matchup.
Actually, I saw a message on Facebook or a post on Facebook, and it was just said 135 pro debut. It didn't mention a name, which I thought was really weird because, you usually mention the name so you can look the person up and, see if it's a good match or whatever. And, I was like, whatever. I'm looking for a fight anyway. So I just messaged them, send the details, and they sent the details. And literally I talked to my coach, Diego Leva, and hours later we accepted the fight.
You have a good coach. He's pretty good at that whole fighting thing as well.
Yeah, he's been his brother.
He's a stud. So they were trying, in a way, I think they were trying to keep it hush-hush because of Bella and her name and the Mir name, and UFC Fight Pass was involved, so they were trying to keep it hush. But this is, I think, a great opportunity. If I can be just bluntly honest, I think it's a great opportunity for you. Bella Mir has a huge name. She's bringing in a lot of eyes, a lot of media. But a win for you, one win, boom, your name is on the scene. You're live on UFC Fight Pass. Do you have that same mojo that I think? It's a huge opportunity for yourself.
Oh, yeah, it's a great opportunity. I didn't want to pass it up. And, I mean, it being in Mexico is kind of cool, too. But I was stoked. I mean, this is a big pro fight. I don't know too many people who start off this way.
Right.
Pro.
For sure. I totally agree. San Carlos, Mexico. It's at a beautiful, beautiful venue. Starting your pro career, usually, you start in your own little, a city, and you kind of start in usually in a bar, and you get, you know what I mean? And for you to start your pro career, live on UFC Fight Pass in a beautiful venue with a really major opponent, I think this is just spectacular. This is just, fireworks written all over it. Yeah.
I mean, it truly does. Even the cornermen are, I mean, you're going to have Frank Mir in one corner and Diego Lima in the other corner.
Hopefully they don't get into it, No.
Oh, no, I'm sure it'll be respectful.
No, absolutely. Okay, so for you, how did, a lot of talk is right now with Bella, and how did you get into mixed martial arts? I see you started your amateur career, I think, in 2017. Were you budding to turn pro? Was this the right time? This was just the right opportunity? Can you tell us all about yourself?
Actually, I started mixed martial arts as a way just to stay in shape. Actually, I started boxing, and then my coach was like, "You hit really hard. You want to try getting in the ring?" I said, "Yes." I never actually got into the ring because I started MMA shortly after that because I just felt like I was ignoring a whole section of my body. Which, I mean, boxing, you obviously do use your legs, but I wanted to kick people. And I joined SVG Athens, and they took me a long way, and then I just felt like it was time to move on because it just kind of wasn't going any further.
Right.
And then I got my 7 fights in. COVID hit, and I was supposed to go pro on May 16th, but that obviously did not happen because COVID hit. And this opportunity is actually so much better though. So I mean, I guess good things do come to those who wait.
Absolutely. I've been seeing silver lining so much during this pandemic, the podcast, family, all of that. So hey, this is looks like a silver lining towards yourself. Like you said, May was going to be your pro debut. Looks like October 22nd live on UFC Fight Pass. We can't wait. iKON 2, iKON Fighting Federation. You're on a 2-fight winning streak. Bella hasn't fought. Do you think that's a huge advantage? You have momentum. You've got ring time. You've got cage time. Do you think you have a little bit of edge on that side?
I mean, I know she has competition experience because, I mean, she's a decorated wrestler, of course.
Right.
But I definitely think it's a little different getting into it'll be a ring, getting into the ring and doing it. But there'll be no crowd, so, she might be comfortable. But I definitely think that just having been in a fight and getting hit, actually getting hit is, a plus for me. Because I know what it's like to
Sure.
take a hit and to get hit. It's not gonna be my first time.
Right.
Which I'm sure it's not her first time either, but actual fight when people are trying to hurt you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And I wrote these 3 down, and and I'm not trying to go too far on it, but it's just every when Bella Mir was announced, and they're trying to find an opponent, and it's just every movie, any show, Frazier and Ali, Duke in North Carolina, Batman and Joker, every match, every fight needs the dancing partner. Habib is fighting in a couple weeks, but it's great that it's against Gaethje. And I just think you versus Bella Mir, this is something special. And both of you guys making your pro debut live on UFC Fight Pass, this is big. I think this is going to be a really big moment for both of you guys.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it could definitely elevate my name, get my name out there, get my Instagram followers up. I'm just so stoked that this came across. I'm so glad I had a valid passport.
Right. Oh my! Just a lot of people here. It's so funny. I've been talking to people about it, myself about it. I'm like, okay, cool. I got the passport. We're good to go. But before we put out your Instagram handle, so we'll get you more followers, I just want to ask you a couple fun questions just to get to the way the Fight Bananas community gets to know you better. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, let's roll. What is a hidden talent or skill that you have?
Hidden talent or skill? I don't really have any talents or skills. Um, wow, I have no idea. I can't even juggle or anything.
you're
So,
you're gonna think of one at like 3:00 in the morning, and then you're gonna DM me. It's gonna come
I
to you. I
remember.
promise. All right, well, we'll keep rolling. How about dinner with 2 guests, dead or alive? Who would it be?
Oh, dinner. I would pick Johanna Jędrzejczyk because she's my favorite female fighter.
Okay.
And then I'd probably pick a male fighter that I really like. I'd probably pick Gaethje actually, because I'm curious to see how he's gonna like do this Khabib fight, like how he's going to fight this 2 wrestlers. He's a great kicker. I mean, come on, it's an amazing fight.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Who do you have in that fight? What's a little fight prediction for you on that one?
I have to have Gaethje because I have a picture with Gaethje. I went to a UFC fight.
Very cool. No, he's a stud. I can't wait. Cannot wait. That's in a couple weeks. Who is your favorite superhero?
Actually, I'm not really into superhero movies.
No. Okay.
No, I'm not a real big movie person. Period. I can't really sit there that long. But I guess if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Catwoman just because I like cats.
There you go. There you go. What is your favorite app on your phone?
My boxing timer, probably. That's the app I use the most.
There you go. I like it. I like it. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, it'd be on a beach somewhere. The beach is my favorite place. Probably like maybe Punta Cana.
Okay. Okay.
Not too far from home, so I can still see my people and my friends, but still be on a beach.
Absolutely. Probably the easiest or best question for you on October 22nd, live on UFC Fight Pass iKON 2, fight prediction between you and Bellamere.
I honestly don't know how it's gonna go. I have no footage on her. I just have her wrestling. I assume she's gonna try to wrestle me, and I'm pretty good on my feet. I'm good on the ground. My way, I keep it standing. I'm sure her way, she takes it to the ground. So I guess whoever has more willpower that day.
Wow, we cannot wait. Definitely throw out your handle. I think it's Danielle _Wynn _fighter, right, on IG?
Yes.
There you go. We'll get the followers rolling. How about any sponsors, any kind of plugs, anything you want, Danielle? The platform is yours.
Well, I want to go ahead and thank my parents and my team, ATT, Team Lima, for having a passport too and being able to go. So that's kind of nice. I definitely thank my sponsors and Jay Fresh Start with FSE, and he helps me out a lot, and he gets me a lot of sponsors. And I'm still working on sponsors now because so short notice.
Right.
I really only had like 20 something days before. But I mean, I couldn't pass the opportunity up. So, if you want to sponsor me, let's do it.
There we go.
An ID.
There we go. Danielle Wynn, iKON Fighting Federation 2, October 22nd. We know you're extremely busy. We really appreciate you and your time. Danielle, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you so much. It was great.
Thank you. Told you guys, this is a podcast of first. Danielle Wynn, she is so excited. You can just hear it through the headphones. If you guys are listening to it, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. Guys, real quick, by the way, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, your iPhone, real quick, go to Fight Bananas, give us 5 stars. It's starting to mean a lot to us. We have so many listeners on iHeartRadio. We're trying to get people to listen more on the iPhone, on that Apple Podcasts, iTunes. And if you do, super important, give us those 5 stars. All right, guys, we're going to end the podcast with Aaron Jeffery, middleweight, main event, LFA. It's tomorrow night. If you're listening to it here on Wednesday, if not, if you're listening on Thursday, it's tonight. Make sure you subscribe to UFC Fight Pass. Let's go bananas right now with the main event, LFA 93, Aaron Jeffery. All right, guys, here we go. We're talking with main eventer Aaron Jeffery, LFA 93, live on UFC Fight Pass. How you doing, my man?
Doing very well. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. It's fight week, main event week. A lot of things going on. For one, how are you doing mentally and physically?
Awesome. Yeah, it's been super smooth training camp. I fought not too long ago, so I was already in shape. So there was no issues at all. Smooth sailing. I'm feeling good.
Very cool. not to look past it, and it's almost one of those generic questions, I guess. Are you itching after this UFC Fight Pass LFA? They've been on fire. Fight Pass has been on fire. They've been sending a lot of fighters to UFC. You're thinking after this is you're hoping to get that phone call up to the next level?
Yeah, I hope so, man. Like you said, you can't really look past anyone. I know I got a tough guy ahead of me, but yeah, that was the idea going into this. LFA is a good feeder league for the UFC,
Right.
and main
Right.
event's huge. So yeah, I'm hoping this is my shot.
Absolutely, man. Like you said, too, yeah, you're a tough opponent, very game opponent, undefeated, haven't lost. And I kind of looked you up when I knew we were going to talk. I loved your lineup. You know, I'm not scared of losses. You have two, you know, no one loves to lose. Gaethje loses, though. People lose in MMA. It's the sport. But you got two great losses. Brendan Allen, one of our favorites here on the podcast. Sean Brady, tough as nails. Do you think your lineage, do you think your lineup will help you, throw you past this main event fight?
I think so for sure. I've been in there with more experienced guys. Even my last opponent, Bruno Assis, Contender Series guy,
Right.
Good record. He's fought a lot of tough guys too. Bruno has, I think before me, he had only lost to UFC fighters as well. So yeah, I think that's going to be a big difference between me and Andre in this fight.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think it's a really big fight. As well, the middleweight division on fire. Of course, you got the champ in the UFC, Izzy Adesanya right now. Some people, the best in the game right now. You got Buckley with the knockout of the year in the middleweight division. It's just on fire. How does it feel to be a top-level middleweight as yourself?
Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm not used to seeing so many high-level fights in the weight class.
Right.
I used to fight at 170, and I moved up and thought it was going to be an easier go for me. Guys were kind of sloppy, less athletic, but it looks like things are changing.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think Evan flows. It's a roller coaster. Divisions do that. Feels like the heavyweights are down right now. And the middleweights, I felt like was down after the Anderson Silva era. But now with Izzy, you got Kinnear Whitaker coming up in a couple weekends. We'd love your take on that. Who do you think comes out of that alive, Kinnear or Whitaker?
Oh, that's a tough one. Cannonier's, he's pretty skilled, but I feel like Whitaker has the edge with skill. He's super well-rounded.
Right.
And Cannonier just packs so much power. I don't know. I think Cannonier's on a roll. I think he might steal this one.
Okay, I like it. Is there anything out of the fight? Is there anything that you're looking forward to? Move your will on being in the main event. Is this something you want to win in extreme fashion? Do you want to have 15 minutes in the cage? Do you want to just take it any way possible? A win is a win. Whatever he gives you, you get. Is there just something you're trying to show the people on UFC Fight Pass coming up?
I think a win is a win. So that's the most important for me. But I would like to make it 3 knockouts in a row for sure. I think that would look good on the record. And then hopefully with the UFC eyes on this, I think 3 knockouts in a row is a good look for sure.
Right. I totally agree with you, man. I know you're in the car. I know times are busy and stuff like that. Aaron, man, appreciate your time, brother. Main event, LFA 93, a big show. I think winner moves up. I think that's what it is now. Winner moves up, UFC. Good luck to you, man. Good skill. We'll talk soon. All right, brother?
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
All right, brother.